What's up, you guys? Let's kind of go over where we're at inside of structure. Hopefully, you didn't get too chopped up in this volatility. And in my Sunday post, as if you read it, I said I was prepared for the market to go in either direction and not to really get too tied to a bias and try to use some sort of indication of, trend. So here we could see we do have that, rally up on Monday, followed by that gap down where we sell off and then see this short covering rally. Where do we go? Right up to, which I'm calling the salt line now, to the 68.40. If I had to guess, in SPX, there's probably some dealer gamma exposure, which is why we weren't really able to break above that and why it closed with this weird, like, algo chop action down. And, I kind of had said, be prepared to, see potential mean reversions with wide ranges. And now that kind of makes sense why. I said, don't chase shorts, look for a strong sequence to form. So here, if you had a, session EMA or, anchor to VWAP to the start of the session, you would have seen that trend shift changed dramatically. So that's kind of what you're looking for an indication of a strong sentiment shift, is some sort of aggressive crossover of something like the VWAP or session EMA or something like that. So kind of looking at news today, we didn't have anything crazy print, but I will mention this because I do know somebody here that does trade yen and pays attention to Nikkei. Pay attention to this right here. 10 p.m. This BOJ guy was on the mic. I don't typically pay attention to this, but I have been noticing some sort of like correlation. And here, as you can see, I have Nikkei to the right. And right around here, when that guy gets on the mic, what happens? Nikkei just completely dumps into this dead cat bounce down here. So what else happened was, did anything else dump? Oh, looks like the NASDAQ dumped too. So whatever this guy said, they didn't like it, right? So if you didn't know this, you can kind of like look up stuff that gives you these probabilities for rate hikes and whatever. So the BOJ meeting is on March 18th. You know what else is on March 18th? The Fed meeting. Are they on the same dates? I don't know that much, but what I do know is the probability of a cut, it's not really there, and if you look, looks like the rates are going up pretty high in Japan. And then if you remember, I did mention their consumer spending reports look like people were spending a lot, and then the job market might have missed, and then their Tokyo CPI was slightly above predicted. So